Hello guys, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing just outside Dallas, Texas. What I'm going to do, this will be the first actual video in action of Super Clean. If you watched my introduction to this whole deal, we're doing a Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner and Super Clean kind of competition. Most likely going to be using most of that on the interior. I wanted to use Super Clean on an engine only. You want to know why? Because I've never used it on an engine before. I'm loving it on a lot of areas that I'm using it on the car, but I've never used it on an engine. So this is going to be the first time with all of you guys seeing if this stuff will work. Now what I'm going to do is I have it in, yes, it's a Meguiar's bottle. I have it diluted 4:1, so that's 4 parts water, 1 part cleaner, okay? So that's what we have. We're doing it 4:1. Super Clean recommends using it straight on engines. I'm awfully impressed with its cutting power at 4:1, so I'm just going to leave it that way and see what it can do. This engine is gross. It's hammered. There's the top of the little brake cylinder there. Your little fill up your brake fluid, right? There's the top of the engine there. All greasy, grimy. It's a 2010 GMC Sierra. Never been cleaned before. Certainly not the engine. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to see what this stuff can do. I'll look over here at the front of the grill. Plastic is nasty, dirty. The only tools I'm going to use is, these are my tools that I like to use when I do an engine bay detail. I like the Easy Detail brushes. These are made for wheels. This is a small one. This is its big brother. That's pretty cool to get in tight places and agitate your cleaner. I've got 2 brushes. This one's made by Nanoskin. It's a salt and pepper flag tip brush. We're going to use that one. And then of course we have Nanoskin. This is a little bit more aggressive. It's also a flag tip brush, but the bristles are more aggressive than the salt and pepper one. The only water I'm going to use is a hose with an old-time fancy nozzle on it. No pressure washer, nothing like that. Let's see what this stuff can do. So I'm going to set you guys down. Just bear with me. It might be a little bit shaky. I got to adjust the camera so you can watch. The other thing I want to bring in before I do that is the hood. Under the hood is nasty, 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 nasty. I want to see if Super Clean at 4:1 can clean that up. This stuff here, if I rub my finger on it, it's not coming off. It stays there. I probably should be wearing gloves. Don't watch me, kids. Just listen. Wear gloves when you're doing an engine bay detail, okay? But there you go. Even wear a mask if you want. That's probably safe too. Goggles, masks. Wear a full bodysuit if you have to. Do whatever makes sense in your world. Okay, I'm going to set you guys down. Hopefully we can keep you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. How do we look there? Is this... You know what? This whole editing thing is really a problem. Okay, so I'm going to tilt you down. I think that view is probably halfway decent. You guys should be able to see what I got to do here. Let me get the big bottle out of the way, just highlighting it. It's a gallon. By the way, went to Walmart 2 days ago, $8.97 at my local Walmart. Yeah, I bought several gallons. Okay, here we go. Let me get my brushes ready. The first thing I like to do when I'm doing an engine bay, you probably seen me do it before, I want to do under the hood first. So I'm just going to use my salt and pepper brush. Hopefully, you know, that's soft. It shouldn't harm the paint. Going to spray my Super Clean on here, and let's see what it does. Yes, it looks like a lot of product. You got to get aggressive when you're under a hood. Holy crap. I'm going to show you guys this when I get done. I know, I'm sure the camera's probably not in the best angle for this. This is pretty impressive. I'm liking it. I'm smiling. You know the other thing I'm not doing? I'm not gagging. I'm not choking like using Super Degreaser by Meguiar's, but that's okay. Meguiar's Super Degreaser is still good. Don't get rid of it. It's a great product. I'm not getting rid of it either. But we'll just keep soaking the underneath of this hood. I'll get up under there. There's no blanket. There's no insulation blanket under the hood. It's just raw metal. Spray it all over the place. Now Super Clean does have a little bit of an alkaline smell to it. It's alkaline based, so you're going to smell it. But it's not going to be as obnoxious. Wow, this stuff is impressive. I'm spraying it and it's just melting this dirt. This engine bay hasn't been cleaned since the day it was new, 2010 GMC Sierra. Again, I get excited about cleaners when they work and they're priced right and they don't kill me when I'm working around them. This is already For me, on an engine bay, this is pretty impressive. It's just melting some of that dirt even as I just spray it on there. I'm gonna have to get in there and agitate it so it doesn't dry on me. Just a little tip there, be careful, don't let your degreaser or your super clean, whatever you want to use to clean an engine bay, don't let it dry on you. So I'm going to just take my hose and wet my brush a little bit. Up, turn the hose on, Scott. Okay, so that's on. I'm probably going to get in the way, but I got to get in here. Wow. That's pretty impressive, guys. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I don't want to do like a full 45-minute video on an engine bay. I've already got one of those, right? I killed you with that one. But I just wanted to see the cutting power and the ability of Super Clean. And then I'll spray underneath the hood. And I'll show you how great this stuff is doing right now. I'm impressed with it. 4-to-1. 4 parts water, 1 part product. Super Clean says, hey, use it full strength. I don't see that being necessary unless you come across a really hammered industrial engine. But again, this engine hasn't been cleaned. How long's it been? It's 2010 the truck was made, and it's 2017, right? I think so. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. And this stuff to me, it's just impressive. I'm gonna rinse that off. We'll take a look at it together. Of course, I'm not doing the whole hood, trying to keep the videos short. They're never short with me, right? Now, I'll bring you in real close. We'll take a look at that. I only agitated over here in the front. I didn't get over there in the corners, just trying to keep it simple. But let me show you what this stuff did. There's the underside of this hood that was so greasy, slimy, gross. Yeah, I should have been more careful agitating it with the brush. I'm just trying to make the video short so I don't kill you with a long video. That's pretty impressive. All that grease and grime has been cut out of there. I would have been a little bit more focused, but again, I'm trying not to kill you with a long video. I just want to show you how well this stuff can cut at 4-to-1. I suppose if you used it straight, holy crap, you probably get some great cutting ability, but I want to save my money. I want to see how far it goes. Looks great, looks wonderful. Got to do a little bit more. But I'm going to try inside the engine bay now. Let's get after some of the big stuff. Let's get after all that grease and grime on top of there, on top of that engine. And then I'll rinse it off and then I'll bring you in and let's see what it does. So far, Super Clean right now in the engine bay. I give it 2 thumbs up at 4-to-1, $8.97 at Walmart. Holy crap. All right, let me get you back up here. Do we still have, we probably got everything screwed up, right? Oh man, this is horrible. Sorry guys. Sorry. Let me make sure we're still on the engine bay. Yeah, we're still on there. I'll get you in a little bit closer after I start cleaning some stuff. But here we go. Just going to use the same brush. Going to start spraying it on top of this. Instantly as I spray it on that, what is that thing? A brake reservoir, right? You got to fill it up. It's instantly cutting through that grease and grime. I'll spray some on the firewall, see what that does. And again, To be completely transparent, Super Greaser does have a little bit of an alkaline kick to it. I can smell it. I don't want to inhale it, but here's one thing. I am kind of inhaling it a little bit. You probably don't want to do that, but it's not killing me like Super Degreaser does. But I'll get it all over the engine. Everybody likes that trick, right? Make sure everything gets on there. And I'll come in here and agitate a little bit. Sometimes when you got a big engine, a little pump sprayer is good for you too. You want to hold more chemical, that's cool. I like the way it suds up. It's kind of has a foaming action to it, which is nice. You can kind of see when a product foams. Some guys don't like it. They sit there and go, no, I don't want a foaming action cleaner. I kind of like something that foams up so I can see where I was last. Of course, I'm not really focusing as well as I should. Just want to show you its ability to cut through grease and grime. Then we'll rinse that off and see what it looks like. Come up on top of here. Now, there's a lot of guys when they do engine bays, they're worried about the engine getting wet. Modern day engines today can get wet. It's not the end of the world. I don't like using power washers unless I'm cleaning like an industrial engine or something like that. But on an automotive engine, a good degreaser, low pressure with a little nozzle on the end of it is all you need. If you want to disconnect batteries because you're worried, that's fine. You can do that, whatever makes sense in your world. When you do an engine bays and you get some cleaner, it's an alkaline base and it gets on the fenders or something like that, just make sure you blow off all that degreaser off the fenders so nothing dries in the sun on you. That's a cool little trick. Make sure you remember that. Now this thing here, it's not high pressure. What's a garden hose? 90 psi. I control how much pressure comes out of the nozzle. I'm not shooting water where it doesn't belong at high pressure. I'll just show you its ability on how it cut through that grease and grime over there, and then I'm going to finish it, but I'm not going to kill you with a long video. But right now, 2 thumbs up on Super Clean with being able to clean an engine that hasn't been cleaned in 7 years. Let me bring you in. There you go. There's the top of that there. That almost looks brand new, don't it? That's pretty impressive. Even I noticed the paint on the firewall there had a lot of grease and grime on it. Just shooting it with the cleaner and then rinsing it off with the hose, the garden hose, was able to break down that grease and grime on the firewall in the back on painted surfaces. This stuff to me, 4 to 1. You want to go to 3 to 1, 2 to 1? Hey, you'll probably get more cutting power. I'm not seeing a reason to do it. Again, this engine hasn't been cleaned in what? 7 years, right? 2010 to 2017. Looks great. Love the way it's cutting through this grease. I'm not coughing. I'm not hacking. Super Clean seems to rinse really well. Rinses freely. It doesn't want to get gunked up and kind of hang around. As soon as I hit it with water, it just drops to the bottom of the engine and onto the driveway. That's important for me when I'm using a cleaner around the engine. I want to make sure that stuff rinses freely. I don't want it to start creeping into components where that cleaner doesn't belong and then it dries up and cakes up. So Super Clean, 2 thumbs, 3 thumbs, 4 thumbs up for all of this stuff right now. I'm liking it. It's doing a great job. Of course, I haven't even got to that side of the engine, but that plastic piece up on top of the engine looks great. Not seeing any issues with it oxidizing the plastic or what people call, hey, does it make it white or chalky afterwards? I'm not seeing it. Working really well. Again, this is the first time I'm using it on an engine bay 2 thumbs up. I think, guys, for $8.97 at Walmart, that's what they're going for right now at my local Walmart. 1 gallon, I can dilute this 4 to 1, 3 to 1, get 4 gallons, 5 gallons. It's a winner. It's just eating through all this grease and grime just fine. All right, guys, just wanted to show you Super Clean in action on the engine bay. We're going to use it on the inside. We're going to do a competition with Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. Also diluted 4 to 1 with Super Clean diluted 4 to 1. And let's see what it does on this nasty truck. All right, guys, until next time, I got to finish this engine and keep on going. We'll talk to you next time. Be good.